How's the game sound? Turn it down a bit on my end. No. Even on medium, this game looks good. Okay, do you? Oh, okay. It's supposed to be there. I was like, what's going on? Watson?
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the price of your carelessness to merely hours of work rather than days?
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan. Are those my surgical needles?
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my supper?
Plainly not, for I was the one who ate it.
I set it aside for this evening.
And for that I am grateful.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts
Yeah,
of
watch
today's
Gab
newspapers.
play it as well.
They are the key to everything. The newsboy is usually
I only
reliable.
remember
Medically speaking, I often find that the key
Lovecraftian
to everything is good sleep. In a bed. Your
was
papers are here
on
on
it.
the table.
I don't remember anything else.
Let us see what the postman brought today.
One moment. My niece is calling me. Okay, y'all. I am back. I have a family full of yappers, so I have an almost 8-year-old niece that's a very much a yapper. So okay. Alrighty. There we go. So oh my gosh, the sensitivity. I'm not reading. So no worries, Mothman. Thank you for hanging out. I apologize for the whole massive stretch of time where I wasn't here. Get some rest. I love you. Night night. Alright, so wanted advertiser. I am not reading.
Local gossip, all of it uninteresting. Your order from Barnes' bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Barnes insists on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
Another letter from Werner. I never reply, but they keep coming. I don't see the Strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men. The missing paper cannot be a coincidence.
That's preposterous.
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man can invent.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe its posterior, so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it. But in lieu of the Strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I have just returned from a patient of mine, Captain Stemwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab your coat, Dr. Watson. Let us hope nobody has collected the dustbin.
Just run to the door and open. Alright. Hats. Oh. Oh, where am I going?
The dustbin is yours for the digging, Mr. Holmes.
A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect assassination tool. You were mistaken, Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil. See, Watson? The conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I just sold my last paper.
Blast. Then why are you still here?
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early.
Any breaking news today?
The dog accident. It's the talk of the town.
Yes. Besides the tripe on the front page, anything about burglaries?
I'm not sure, sir.
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me, did you notice anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Precisely. What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Dr. Watson?
Sure, now I can take the day off.
Did you see what he was up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching your house, but I had a customer. Then there's a loud bang. I ducked down. Not because I was scared, because I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise. And all I could see was him kneeling at your door.
Which way did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
Can you describe the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of books. Up to his chin they were.
Never heard of a well-read assassin.
Looks can deceive. Hence the appeal of disguises. All right. You earned your shilling. That'll be all.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes. Maybe I could be your eyes and ears, if you have more shillings. Get the Strand. Get you.
Okay. So the newsboy said the suspicious man was carrying a stack of books, and this morning Mr. Barnes, the local bookseller, delivered a novel for Dr. Watson. A cactus fine for assassination, a loud bang, a visit to Mr. Barnes is in order. All right.
Copy
Come
of
now,
the
Mr.
Strand
Holmes.
here.
Murder? Yes, Barnes has his quirks, but he also has his scruples.
Not every pawn knows it's part of a game.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
I know nothing of Victorian London, so Hey, Bangarang, how's the volume levels of the game?
Do you even have enemies that would want to kill you? Okay, perhaps from Cordona.
Mr. Barnes, a word.
Okay, thank you.
Ah, for goodness sake.
Who goes there?
Sherlock Holmes. Now will you please...
Mr. Holmes. Golly, I did not see you coming.
Would you care to answer some questions for me?
Well, I wish I could, but I am deep in the weeds with work. How about we reschedule in a month or two?
Come now, Mr. Barnes. It will only take a moment.
Really deep in the weeds with important things. Well, help yourself to any book. Just take it or pay later. I trust you, Mr. Holmes.
Barnes doesn't seem like himself. Why is he acting this way?
You're asking the right questions, Doctor. Let's find a way to coax him out.
Okay, so a catalog for exotic plants.
Basics of cryptoanalysis, cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby.
Okay.
So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
Apologies, but I can't hear you. Please come back later.
Barnes has always been a little odd, but this is uncharacteristic even for him.
In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is. An improvised stand, but it does make the flowers more visible. The finest view London has to offer. could hardly imagine anything more macabre. I could hardly imagine anything more macabre. The ladder is broken, recently, judging by the freshness of the wood. Could you help me?
No, I don't know anything about that.
May I ask you something?
Excuse me, what? I'm not sure I know.
The weather is dreary, isn't it? To be fair, my flowers could use the rainfall.
We're looking for a cactus needle in a haystack. A spine in a book stack? No, come on, Watson, think.
Alrighty.
encouraging people to stop and smell the roses?
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
The pot is damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something. It must take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine so. I merely sell them.
Familiar spine? Is this what I found in my dustbin?
Anything tickle your fancy, Mr. Holmes?
Mrs. Fleming, you look particularly lovely today. Is there a reason?
Does a woman need a reason to look or feel beautiful?
No, but your distant look suggests you seek one man's gaze in particular.
Who told you that?
Nobody. Merely a keen eye and some simple deduction.
Well, I'll kindly ask you to keep your keen eye to yourself, Mr. Holmes.
I'll be off. Hello there. What's your name?
Lily. I know, not very original.
Alrighty. We need one more piece of evidence.
I'll be off.
There we go.
One of these things is not like the other.
Come again?
The cactus. Those fearsome spines can prove a dell to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless, though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break. I don't know anything about this, sorry.
What do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh, I hope you're right. I don't know anything about this, sorry. Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller. I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes. Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller.
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Yes. No, not really. Well, in a way.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he is, of course, but we haven't shared much more than a look.
A look?
Yes. Each morning I go for a walk in the park with my dog, and most days I spot Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy, so we see each other. Actually, we once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as he approached, but since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
Do that. Hang on. There is a cactus with impressive. Barnes displays a bouquet of dead flowers to attract the attention of Mrs. Fleming, a florist. He may hope she will come to his shop and give him, give him advice, or it could simply be a symbol of his desperation. Barnes anonymously gifted her a cactus, which he ordered from the catalog on his counter. A questionable choice, but for Barnes, a symbol of his eternal love, since the catalog represents these cacti as immortal. Finally, this is the same cactus he dropped on the strand outside 20 221 B Baker Street. Now to hear the full story. Dyslexia is a nightmare to read.
I think perhaps I have been chasing shadows.
Do not despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer. I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured, we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
All right then.
So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus and your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
Oh, it's true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
As in most things in life, truth is the answer. Cease with the abstruse signals and anonymous gifts, and simply talk to the woman. What is the worst that can happen? She rejects you, and you are freed from this endless purgatory.
That... Yes, you are correct, of course. I do have a slight tendency to overthink things. Thank you.
So at last, we return to the matter of the paper. Of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a bookseller. I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and
Yes,
Thing,
okay.
have you
Just
ever
give me the
watched
paper.
Sherlock with Benedict Cucumber Patch? I can't say his name correctly. All right. There was an explosion at the docks. Locals at the Port of London. I can't. I'm not going to even try saltpeter. Okay. So, when he says that he's a high functioning sociopath, do you think it's just because he has ASD and he doesn't want to admit it? Like, I understand why he has the need to, like, say things as it is, but my dude, tact is always a great thing to have. Well, you'll also see it kind of like in the original books, which you know me, I like anything that's historical to begin with. So it he I don't think I can't remember the author's name right off the top of my head, and it's gonna drive me nuts. But I don't think he realized who what he was describing when he created Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, Doyle, Sir Doyle, Sir something Doyle. Fuck, that's gonna drive me nuts. Uh, uh something Doyle, Sherlock Holmes, fictional character. Do, do, do. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Anyway, when he wrote him, I don't think he realized that he was going to make a autistic icon. Alrighty. So the locals at the Port of London had a rude awakening last night with loud bangs and bang, did you blow up the dock? Did you blow up the dock? I don't have to answer that truthfully. You really think a cop would come out and say, "Yeah," especially if they're undercover? No, clearly I'm a PI. Anyway, thick red smoke disturbing the peace. Merchant ship Moskva had docked at Pier M3 in the early evening en route to Europe when it was rocked by several concussive explosions. The Port Authority is yet to comment on the incident. It is unknown if any crew members were on board at the time. Eyewitnesses report seeing saltpeter leaking into what is saltpeter? As someone that has a degree in sodium nitrate. Oh, gunpowder. Potassium nitrate. Okay. Uh, leaking. So gunpowder essentially leaking into the river, but the area is still off limits to workers and the public. It may be some time before we have a full account of what transpired.
Come, Dr. Watson. Let us put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
Well, that was an utter waste of time.
An assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No. Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition. And that perhaps, if ill-applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Oh, Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career. But...
It's brilliant. Let's go.
Oh, good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
Okay. So we're going to a mansion. This way?
Not much further now.
Okay, so the manor.
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. It's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. But when life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer.
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find Kimahia breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony, then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
Okay.
Tell me about
Right.
Kimahia.
He's foreign. A Maori. All the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen, and as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
Latory,
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
disgust
Did you search the
for-
room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying
Victorian.
dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
I take it this is the first time Kimahia has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
Oh God.
Is there any reason Kimahia may have
Oh,
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Did Kimahia make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person.
No, no. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look around the
ew.
mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
Alright, let's go investigate a missing person. It's a wall. Let's go this way instead, Watson. I can run. I forget you can run in these games. I'm over here aura farming. Someone beheaded a woman.
Chewing tobacco. A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots.
Alright. Missing something? Move, Watson. Oh god. Move! NPC's gonna get in the way. Something here. That is Watson's foot. Okay. So the footprint, chewing tobacco. What else could I be missing?
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
Hey, a lot of things in here have collision. And I don't like that.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
Let's go look in the shed. I'm gonna go back to the statue.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
Ow. Hmm.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
Well, we know it's safe to say that I'll never be a detective.
Clothes made of Hessian. Is Stenwood really so miserly? A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called. No air coming through it. Mutton chops. The remains of a meal. A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
The ashes are long since cold.
Okay.
Do you think Kimmy here had an accomplice in his escape?
A scrap of Hessian. These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them.
So, signs of a struggle. That'd be nothing, huh? Just a shoddy. Hmm. Let's see.
Is this a Tanifar, a Maori water spirit, or something else?
Either way, it's giving me chills.
I'm gonna be right back. I am going to go back to the restroom because I forgot to do that while I was chatting with my niece and nephew. So bear with me for one moment. Back here. Alrighty. I also had to run the dog out. So I haven't got much of anything.
Looks like a knee print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
Who could have left these tracks? They seem fresh. No air coming through it. A small navy spyglass. crag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney. No air coming through it.
Yes, Denwick is no angel, but he's one of my few clients. Please, try to remain polite.
The other side. What about this way then? Nope. Oh, we'd have to go to the gate, I guess. Okay.
I will not be long, Captain.
I thought you were meant to be intelligent. I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimahir's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it. Are you joking? Why would I know this? I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimahir's?
Yes. I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting.
The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimmy here and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden.
Do you happen to know Kimahir's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest, but I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
Well, shoes are uncomfortable sometimes.
Has Kimahir ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimahir's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
Okay. So, with what we know, out of the way. They're all not falling correctly. Huh. Okay, the strand is one.
Why are you still here?
You no longer wants to talk. Okay. I need to find the key. Oh, there's something I missed.
This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
Jump. Okay. Ooh. Move, Watson. Okay. Over here. Okay, so it has to be. This is the scene. Fireplace. Still doesn't seem right though. Okay, so the assailant was waiting in the garden behind the broken statue. Clogged up the chimney so the opium would have been a stronger dose. But who fell into the drain? Ugh. One mouse. Okay. So are there footprints over here? I got everything. A Scandinavian princess's personal bodyguard toured London while off duty, but never returned from a late night walk. Police are currently conducting.
through it.
Oh, there wouldn't be.
No air coming through it.
Oh, it was clogged. Was he dosed? One moment. Oh, he walks so slow in this mode.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
Okay, so what am I missing now? Need one more scenario, apparently. So, this is the only other thing that shows up. Oh, hello.
Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden. Surveilling from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity. When Kimahir went to sleep, the man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimahir inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to
Stream a little
transport
bit
the servant,
longer
he had to use the cart.
because that took me
The
way too
final
long.
challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimahir had the key in his shack.
Remarkable. It makes total sense. Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
Oh, the way he talks about him, he was subhuman, in his opinion. He rescued.
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
Oh god, there's an ambulance.
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimahir's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimahir, likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from
Finish
you, Mr.
chapter
Holmes,
1 and then
not questions.
straight out.
I won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimahir was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimahir's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimahir, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right
Thanks
out
for
of
chilling
your
with me,
garden.
Bang,
Now,
especially
hold
since I
on.
was like
All this simply to tell
running
me what
around
I
basically
already
with
know.
a
Why
giant chicken
haven't you found him yet?
with their head
I
cut
only
off.
arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced so much.
Every second you dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego, is another second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
Captain, you are
Educational
so
at first
addled
and
by
then
delusions of competency
me
that you
being
miss the
terrible
blindingly
at
obvious.
detective work.
Without the assistance of others, you are utterly incapable. Kimahir endured your nonsense far longer than I will.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Well, then you should have led with that. Here you go. I hope you'll return soon with good
Also,
news.
holy
And in the
mutton
meantime,
chops.
please teach your companion
My
the
dude.
art of brevity.
Oh, he walks so slow. And that means press that one. So, I'm making sure I step on every board so it makes a thud sound. Oh. Okay, so definitely not this direction. That would be to the main road. There would have been witnesses. Can't have that when we're abducting people. For legal purposes, I know nothing about abducting people. Okay, so this is the side of the road. He would have been this way. No, I don't think he'd have gone the assailant would have. Okay. Hello.
What does it say? What does it say?
Scarlet letter? Much? Where is... Move it. Watson, I will throw you in the river if you do not move. Watson.
A large pile of horse droppings.
Of course. Hello.
Many cigarette butts. Someone stood here for hours. There was a cab waiting here. Our abductor slipped in and then off into the night.
Okay, so more than likely he did go this direction. There was a horse and buggy in the alleyway whenever I try to go around to see if I couldn't find anything there.
Yes, Denwick is no angel, but he's one of my few clients. Please, try to
Do
remember
you only
this.
have 3 lines, Watson? You are clearly no help. Walk around the horse paddy. This whole thing is horseshit. Anything this way? Wait, there's a wagon this direction. Okay. Oops. Okay. Okay, so the intruder spied on him on a distance, waiting for a window of opportunity. Then, when he went to sleep, crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney and blocked it with a cloth. The victim then inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder moved him, but the man was too heavy, so The intruder fell and dropped his spyglass in order to transport the victim. Let's call him what he is a victim. He used the garden cart. The last piece of the puzzle was opening the garden door. Luckily for the intruder, the victim had the key in his shack. Uh,
What does it say? What does it say? What does it say?
Found.
Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair. Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahia's cart, I gather.
Hello.
Roy Soulsby. Could that be the name of our man? A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the color and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor?
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter.
Then we're in agreement. Well done.
So the potassium oxide is what I said it was earlier. It was a form of salt. Okay. Okay, so uh okay, so this is the one that I need to do. Nope. Nope. So, a particular knot, a spyglass, and the footprints of a working man's boots, they all add up to one conclusion. The victim's abductor is a sailor. So, nope. We're going to the docks. Okay, we now know that the victim's kidnapper, I just don't want to butcher the name. The butcher, the butcher? The victim's kidnapper was most likely a sailor, that his wallet bears saltpeter residue, and that there was a recent saltpeter incident in the port of London. Everything suggests that to find the victim, we must head to the port of London. There is no time to lose. It is vital we find a cab to the port of London immediately. Okay.
The Strand proved not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident, Doctor, do you recall?
The Port of London, of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed. We shall need to take a cab there. Where to, Gav? The Port of London, please. I will show you where to stop.
All right. So, hell in a handcart is the achievement. And that was chapter 1, y'all. We did it! I like the music. But again, I can't hear
Mr.
anything other
Holmes,
than
what a
the
compelling
game.
mystery we have stumbled upon. Perhaps I have the premise of my next novel.
One kidnapping does not a story make.
Stop! A black cat crossed before us. It's a bad omen.
I did not take
It's
you
a
for
baby.
a superstitious type, Doctor. Such things are mere fantasies, tricks of a feeble mind. One imagines a
It goes
physician
beauty.
would keep a surer footing in reality.
Perhaps, before the war, my time abroad was difficult. Once, I came across an Afghan, bleeding, who I could not save. He pressed a rosary into my hand. A gift, he said, so as to gain God's favor. After that...
Dr. Watson?
Yes, well, I shan't get into details, but sometime later I found myself lost in the desert. Dehydration set in, and things grew ever more dire. The man's words came to me. I said a prayer, and placed the rosary on a rock. A gift to gain God's favor.
And you were rescued.
Yes. A detachment of British soldiers found me.
To whom I'm grateful. Without their diligence, you would not be standing here and I would not have this case.
I'm sure you have another explanation prepared, Mr. Holmes, but I think I shall cling to the occasional superstition all the same.
To each his own, Dr. Watson. So long as it does not interfere with my methods, do it. We must press on, cat or no cat. The question remains, why abduct Kimahir?
Right. Okay. Mm. Save. Alrighty. So that was chapter 1. I have 20 minutes on my timer, but my head hurts from the headset. I want to thank everyone that joined me on my first stream. I appreciate it. I am trying to figure out how to get following